What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we've got information on the new Resistance event coming to Call of Duty World War II. This is an event starting January 23rd, going all the way to February 27th. This is going to include new game modes, a new division, new weapons, and even more. But the main two things that people are excited about, of course, are brand new weapons and the game mode that's coming. Of course, it's Prop Hunt. I'm sure you could tell by the title of this video, but yes, Prop Hunt is coming to Call of Duty World War II. They just barely included it at the very end of the trailer, which I'm going to link down in the description, and I'm going to show you in a little bit here. So, today we've got a lot of information on this event. First of all, I'm going to talk about everything new coming to it. Also, on top of that, we have the entire schedule for the entire event that we're going to be talking about, and a little bit more. So let's start by talking about the new division, the Resistance division. Now, this division is going to be free for everyone. I believe you don't even have to buy the DLC to actually have access to this division. Now, like all the other divisions, there's going to be 4 perks associated with this division. They include a pistol tactical knife, the second is scramble nearby enemy minimaps, the third is an additional pistol attachment, and finally, your minimap indicator will show something in the direction of the closest hostiles. So, what do I think of this division? I think it's going to be kind of crappy because of one of the perks. The second perk, which is scrambled nearby enemy minimaps. This has actually been in a previous Call of Duty game in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The perk was known as Scrambler, and basically anytime you get close to an enemy, their minimap goes all fuzzy as if there was a counter UAV up. The interesting thing about this is it also tells you when you are close to the enemies. It tells the enemies that someone is coming to attack them and they can ready themselves and maybe aim at the closest doorway, aim at the closest window, and in other words, it just alerts them when you are nearby. This is kind of made up for by the fourth perk where your minimap indicator shows the direction of the closest hostiles. This is awesome. This is like a super UAV. This is going to tell you what direction you need to be looking when someone's running at you. The only problem with this perk is if 2 enemies are coming at you at the same distance, I don't exactly know what happens. Does it show you an indicator from both directions, or does it just show one of them and then it's going to kind of screw you over? Only time will tell, and I guess we'll find out on the 23rd. The next new thing is the Resistance supply drops. These are going to work very similarly to the Winter Siege supply drops, in which you are able to receive a guarantee of one event-specific item, whether this be a weapon, character gear, calling card, or emblem. It could be any of them, but you are guaranteed to receive one of them through the Resistance supply drops. The next thing is brand new weapons. There are going to be 4 new weapons coming to the game. The first of which is called the Volkssturmgewehr. This weapon is going to be a semi-automatic assault rifle, and the interesting thing about this weapon is it's actually a prototype weapon based off of the STG-44, or the Sturmgewehr. Basically, the difference in real life is that the Volkssturmgewehr has a little bit easier recoil to control than the normal Sturmgewehr. Whether that's going to be the same in-game, I'm not 100% sure, but that's all I know based on the real-life weapon.
But don't get me wrong, this misfit rifle packs a punch.
The next weapon is called the Orso submachine gun. Now, this one is, all I know about it is it's Italian for bear. It looks like it has a pretty good fire rate in the trailer. Other than that, I really don't know much about this weapon.
Not many can tame this beast, but it'll rip your enemies to shreds without breaking a sweat.
There's also a new pistol called the 9mm SAP pistol, and finally, the new melee weapon simply being a combat knife. Now, the final really big thing coming to the game is 2 brand new game modes, the first of which is Demoition. We've seen this game mode in many Call of Duty games before. It's where there are 2 bomb sites. Every player on the team has a bomb in which you can plant at one of the bomb sites. By the end of the game, one team tries to defend the bomb sites, the other tries to blow up both bomb sites. We've seen this in many Call of Duty games before, and it's nice to see it come to this game. Now, the final game mode to be added is Prop Hunt, and I'm sure all of you are going to be excited about this one. They just barely hinted at this at the end of the trailer. At the very end of the trailer, you can see a little bucket moving when a soldier passes it, and this was the hint that Prop Hunt is going to be coming. And of course, this is confirmed, as you're going to see by the entire events schedule that we are going to look at next. As far as these game modes go, I'm not 100% sure whether this is going to be a permanent solution, like whether they're always going to be in the playlist rotation, or whether this is just going to be for the Resistance event, kind of like Gun Game was in the Winter Siege event, but only time will tell as far as that goes. Now, the final thing we have to talk about is the timeline of the schedule. So it's over 5 weeks, and during the first week, as we can see here, we of course get our free supply drop. So every single week, you get a free supply drop. Now, the double XP event is going to be double XP and double weapon XP in every single game mode, which is pretty excited. And finally, the featured playlist is going to be Demoition 24/7. As far as the weekly orders go, contracts and daily orders, I'll let you pause the video and read through those if you really feel like it. But moving on to week 2. So during week 2, there is no featured playlist, so I'm assuming the Demoition 24/7 is going to carry over from week 1. On top of that, once again, we get a free supply drop, and the double XP event is going to be 2 times Division XP in all game modes. Once again, for the weekly, daily, and finally contract. The only thing I'll say about those this week is that the hard one to get is going to be the weekly order to get 100 kills with the tactical knife in the Resistance division. That's basically get 100 knife kills. That's a lot of work, and for some people, it's going to really ruin their KD. For the rest of them, though, you can pause the video to check those out. The only other thing that I will say is weird about week 2 is that this is the week that the actual Resistance map pack comes out, and I was surprised to see that there was no double XP event for the map pack or anything like that. Maybe there will be when that's actually released, but as of right now, there's nothing on that on this schedule. Moving on to week 3, of course, we get another free supply drop, and the double XP event is for Nazi zombies, which is pretty exciting for all you zombies players out there. There's nothing really insane for the weekly, daily, or contracts. And finally, this is when we get Prop Hunt. The featured playlist this week is Prop Hunt 24/7. There is no information as of right now of how many maps Prop Hunt's going to be on, but I would assume it'd be most of them, if not all of them, since they haven't said anything about that as of yet. Week 4 is exciting for me because the featured playlist is going to be Gun Game, and it's also a triple feed, which includes double XP, double weapon XP, and double Division XP. I'm not exactly sure how the Division XP works in Gun Game, but apparently you're getting that as well. And once again, this week, there's another difficult weekly order of get 75 kills with the tactical knife in the Resistance division. So, like I said, that one's going to be a pain on the kill-death ratio. And finally, week 5. Once again, you get one more free supply drop. The double XP event is going to be for Nazi zombies, but additionally on the 23rd, so 4 days left in the event, you are going to get the triple feed in all game modes. So that's, once again, double XP, 2 times weapon XP, and double Division XP. And the featured playlist here is Prop Hunt with double XP, and on top of that, a bomb mosh pit, which is going to include Demolition and Search and Destroy, which is also going to be double XP. So as far as leveling up, week 5 is where you are going to get the most bang for your buck. So I think I pretty much covered everything. Like I said, this event is going to span from January 3rd to February 27th. Once again, as far as the new weapons goes, you are going to be able to get them from special challenges, just like you were in the Winter Siege event. It's pretty damn easy to get them all for free, which is pretty exciting. On top of that, the variants for the weapons are going to be available through the Quartermaster and of course through the Resistance supply drops as well. But guys, that is all the information I have as of right now on the Resistance event. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll try to answer as much as I can. On top of that, if you're new to the channel and like the video, it'd be awesome if you could hit that subscribe button. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the